Hello, this is Carlotta, and I am going to discuss what less lethal devices I carry when away from home and why. There are three main less lethal devices that I carry. Many times I carry all three, and I almost always carry two. They are as follows: the Byrna EP pepper ball launcher, the pulse taser, and 2 canisters of palm pepper spray. I guess that makes 4 individual items, but only 3 distinct types. I chose the Byrna EP because of its ability to fire immediately upon pulling the trigger. The CO2 cartridges in other models, some of which are more powerful or can be modified to be more powerful, have to be punctured by slapping the puncture device or by literally screwing in the CO2 cartridge. I chose the EP model over the newer and more powerful LE model because of the price difference, and the LE first shot is weaker than the EP model when it is not pre-charged in safety mode. I carry it in my briefcase, handbag, or any other bag when going out at night. I use only solid kinetic rounds made by Byrna. My routine doesn't put me in any situation where chemical rounds would be useful. I feel spraying pepper spray directly onto someone's face is more effective than hoping they will linger in a cloud of chemical irritant. During the day on crowded streets, I rely on pepper spray for quick deployment, and I carry my taser in my briefcase, handbag, etc. If I am going to be on public transportation or frequent a sketchy area, I carry my taser in a belly band holster as shown in the picture. At night, unless dress attire doesn't allow it, I carry the taser on me, the Byrna in whatever bag I am carrying, and of course pepper spray. The third type of less lethal I carry is the backbone of my less lethal defense when away from home. Pepper spray is both underrated and overrated in terms of its effectiveness. I chose Palm because I think it is a tad more powerful than the competitive brands. They also come in various bright colors, other than the standard black. I have 1 canister permanently attached to my key ring. It is white with a pink band. I like the look. It is hardly recognizable for what it is when I bring out my keys to open my car or house door. I carry a second canister clipped to my belly band holster, next to my taser, or if I am traveling light or out for a jog, I carry it in my hand holster. I will carry a canister in my hand holster, or just in my hand, when going to my car, especially if it is in an indoor or outdoor parking lot. Palm pepper spray will get to almost anyone and is very effective with one caveat. Some people will fight through the effects for 30 seconds or more, before the symptoms become too severe to continue their aggression. That's why I have my taser. If I don't make a good shot with the taser, I still can use it as a stun gun. If it's at night, I would have the Byrna as the last less lethal to deploy. All else fails, I run screaming as fast and as loud as possible. I would in fact have been screaming continuously for help upon needing to deploy the pepper spray. I hope you found my personal defense plan useful. It's so, I am glad. Bye for now.
Hello, this is Moses, showing you what not to do when walking down a public street. If you are on the phone, you are not alert to what is going on around you. I am going to discuss what I carry on me in public and why I made the choices I did. I carry either a Umarex HD P50, which has been modified for more power, or I carry a pulse taser, depending on various different scenarios. Like everyone at less lethal options, I carry pepper spray at all times away from home. I am retired on a fixed income, so I chose the HDP50 over the Byrna LE, because modified it cost about half the price, even including the cost of having someone modify it. Power-wise, the Byrna LE has a powerful first shot, if charged up in safety mode. Even so, it is not much higher than the HDP50's first shot. After the first shot of both guns, the Byrna drops off in power faster than the modified HDP50. To charge the HDP50, you push the piercing mechanism. If you practice enough, you can still develop a 2-second draw and fire. I carry it in a belly band holster. I generally carry the HDP-50 at night, or if I will be in some area where I will be somewhat isolated, or in some sketchy cityscape situation. I live in California, so I can't banish it, let the public even see that I am carrying. I can only use it to thwart an attack by an assailant that threatens me with serious bodily harm. For most of my outings away from home, I carry the pulse taser instead of the HDP-50. This is especially true if I will be using public transportation or going into such places as a casino. It makes no imprint if wearing the most common loose-fitting shirts or tops. In California, pulling and shooting a less lethal launcher on public transit or in a transit area could have bad legal consequences. I also would not try and bring the HDP-50 into a casino. We know when tasers work, they unquestionably will stop an attacker. If they fail to work, either due to improper deployment or because the assailant is somehow resistant to its effect, you could find oneself in deep trouble. If you end up in a grapple, the taser can be used as a stun gun, so there's that. You also have to remember that I would have deployed pepper spray before even resorting to the taser. It's possible, but hard to imagine anyone without a firearm continuing an attack past the pepper spray, taser, and stun gun. If so, it will not be my lucky day. I wouldn't resist a robber with a firearm, with the drop on me, with any less lethal device. I have the saber and mace pepper spray launchers. They have a longer range than the palm canister's pepper sprays, but I still opted for the palm. The palm's chemical makeup seems to be a tad stronger than the saber and mace, but it is the small, elegant canister format that sold me. Saber and mace also have canister styles, but they are not any more powerful, so the palm style wins for me. I carry the palm clipped inside my belt or attached to my keys. I will be back in the near future to show you my home defense less lethal arsenal. Hint, the arsenal does not include pepper spray.
Hey, this is Mike. I will discuss what less lethal devices I conceal carry when away from home. I have made quite an investment in my less lethal home defense, but I must admit, I carry the minimum when away from home. I never take public transport, never find myself in sketchy neighborhoods, and I usually have a short distance from my car to my destination. I therefore usually only carry palm pepper spray on my person, clipped to my pocket or in my pocket. I do often find myself in indoor parking lots, sometime late into the night. On those occasions, I carry the Pepperball TCP, turned up to about 35 joules of power. I don't wear a holster of any kind. Instead, I carry the TCP in any inconspicuous bag, handy at the time. I often carry it in a typical plastic food shopping bag. No one is suspicious of what's inside. I can twist-charge the TCP if my spidey senses tinkle, but if anyone is observing, it looks like I'm rustling with something in the bag. Is much less suspicious than reaching into a sling bag or gym bag. I chose the Pepperball TCP because you can manually adjust the power level. I replaced an O-ring with one more robust, but that's all that is required to have a 6-shot launcher that can shoot at a 30+ joules power level. This is about twice the power of the Byrna LE, which cost about $150 more. It is kind of bulky to carry on one's person, although some do. I just carry it in a bag. I'll be back with a whole lot more to talk about when we present what less lethals we use for home defense. Until then, be safe.
Hi, this is Carly. I run my own marketing company and consequentially have to do constant presentations. I give them during the daylight hours, but also a lot of them fall into the evening, and sometimes late evenings. I carried pepper spray for years, but I have been increasingly alarmed of the rise in street crime, and don't feel safe walking to my car at night. At first I decided to get a firearm. Where I live, however, there are quite a few hoops to jump through to purchase a pistol, least alone, get a concealed carry permit. I looked at the taser, but that is a do or die with one-shot device. It doesn't deal at all with multiple assailants. I heard about less lethal launchers, or as the insiders call them, markers, via a YouTube video. The industry leader, Byrna, was not powerful enough for my needs, or perhaps it is my desire to feel safer. I didn't want to kill anyone, but I wanted to be able to stop the forward progress or attack of one or more assailants. I decided I would get the most powerful launcher, that I could easily conceal carry, and was available stock, with no modification of any kind, necessary. My launcher choice ended up being the Grimberg Gavel. I support it with a saber pepper spray launcher and a palm pepper spray canister. The Gavel met most of the points on my wish list, but I had to compromise on a few points. The price was initially a put-off, but once they lowered to what I felt was a good price, it was a no-brainer. The new price was the same as the Byrna LE, but with twice the power. The slow speed of deployment and shot count was a little troubling, but, in the end, I still purchased it, because I felt that it had the power to stop any assailant not armed with a firearm. I carry it in whatever handbag, or tote bag, I am using for the day. The slow deployment of the Gavel, and low shot count of 5, forced me to continue to carry my saber pepper spray launcher. I carry it on my person in a bellyband holster. It is my second fastest to deploy defensive weapon, which I can do under 2 seconds. If I am surprised by a close assailant or assailants, I would use it to give myself some space. I then hope I would have time to deploy my Gavel. I also carry a canister of palm pepper spray on my key ring, for the same reason. It doesn't have the range of the saber, but it is instantly deployable when unlocking my car. The Gavel is also one of my home defense weapons, which I will be presenting in our home defense arsenal video, coming soon. Bye for now.